Frank, we were talking about Beachy and Leo Roberts, and they played the banjo and guitar, and they were in their 70s, you think, at the time that
when they first arrived.
and that would have been what, in the 1950s?
So,
And
it was in the 40s, little after the war. The war ended there in 45. Well, they had been here a little while before then, you know.
I see. And they came from Tyler.
So,
And they played the five-string banjo, guitar, and the ukuleles, you said.
so
And did they each have a ukulele sometimes, or did they swap off?
no, they'd always have a guitar, and it mixed together with the
Either
with
the
the
ukulele or the banjo.
show. Hmm.
And where did they play? Do you remember that? You know, did they play on Camp Street?
Yes.
Just on the street outside?
No, they played. They had you see that vacant place right between your place and the other place?
Used to be the
over there?
barber shop?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Well, right there where they tearing the one down at, as you step off the sidewalks, there was another right in
next.
between them. So before you get to y'all's place.
Right, there was when those steps are still there? You know, it used to be the Jolly Joy at one point? Or is it
Well,
even beyond that?
No, it was the one I'm talking about was on the same side y'all's on.
No,
In that vacant lot there.
right.
Mhm.
But there was one, you know, at one time there was right next to the Camp Street building that's there now.
Mm-hmm.
There was another building,
Sure.
right close to it, because there's still those steps to it.
Sure.
And I thought that was once the Jolly Joy, or the original Jolly Joy, before he moved it across the street. Is that the building you mean, or was there
No.
another then building further on where there's the vacant lot?
No, the Jolly Joy, it was over on the opposite side, right across front of the barber shop, you know.
Right,
Over on the other.
We don't remember it being the earlier, though, an earlier rendition of it being
Well-
right next door to the Tom Randolph's place?
Not the Jolly. Now there was some more carefrees, but it wasn't the Jolly Joy.
Okay.
The Jolly Joy. It was several different people run it, but Eddie Williams run it on Camp Street, and then he bought that place right there on Goliad as you turn in there on Goliad.
Right.
And that's where he run it until he went out of business.
So you were talking about that other building, though, in the vacant lot,
Sure.
and that's where the Roberts brothers played?
So
And it was,
they cooked barbecue there and played dominoes.
and they would play.
So
Did people actually, you know, dance to them? And they play then around, you know, around town or out in the
Yes,
country. They played all over too, I guess.
They used to pick me up and they play for the school kids in Grapeland, but we'd be in the gym.
Kind of like
Sure.
what we just did.
So,
Really? Is that right?
but they was playing for the grown up.
Oh, okay. They were like more for a real dance.
That's right.
For the high school kids, the older kids.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? And do you remember? Could you name one of their songs? You remember any of the songs they did?
Well, he used to tell me one that I liked a lot. He called it Out and Down. It was a blues, and he called it Out and Down. And then he had another one that I liked. He said, It was called "I'm Coming Back to My Little Honey Hoop."
That sounds like one he might have played the ukulele on.
So,
I'll be darned.
yes,
So these were like those were sort of those Hawaiian songs,
so,
and some of these old sort of country. Would you call them, country sort of? Just
well,
well, like you say, almost like breakdowns and,
That's
and
right.
things, or like square dancing and.
well, Mr. Bob Green, he had a band back at that same time, and he was located, you know where that it's an empty brick building right there, across from where Brooks's is located now, kind of over on the other side. You may have seen a brick building sitting out there that ain't nobody in at the present.
By Brookshire Brothers?
Used to be that old grocery store, right?
Grocery store, that's right. But at that time, Bob Green had a car lot there, and he had a filling station, and he had a band. They played when TVs first began to get popular around town and so forth. Well, they played on TVs and all around. He was Mr. Bob. He was a white man, had a white band, Smokey Butler. And Smokey Butler was a fiddle player. He won. They used to have the fiddle festival, and Smokey won first prize for years when he was young. I think he just finally got too old for anybody ever come in here to him. So,
Did you know any African American fiddle players?
Well, not African. My daddy, he was a fiddle player, but just like I said, he quit when I was quite young. But the talk went on for years. He was quite a fiddle player.
Is that right?
What kind of stuff did he play on the fiddle? Do you remember?
Well, I used to like to hear him play this song. If you see my milk car, would you drive her home? And he used to get me and my brother, and he would carry us to they call it country breakdown, and he would kick off with one of them songs such as that, and that's when the crowd would start gathering, And so,
Where was the country breakdown?
that's what they called it. Well, what they would do, they didn't have no honky tonks, but they had them huge old, they used to be old big houses back in them days. Some of them had a hall run, looked like it was many rooms across the hall as it was on each side, and then they had that clean.
Like a dog trot? Like a breezeway?
Sure.
Dog trot?
You walk across over in the other side, and you're right in another. And then they had them huge rooms. It was larger than this. And they would, now just like who is there, they'd get a long table and sit it across the door. And they would have peanuts and all fish plates and coons, and they just have lot of different things to eat, you know, and candy.
Like the raccoon, would that be served? Was it usually barbecued or?
Barbecue show. Mhm. And if you dance when they play a tune, if you dance with a woman, when the piece was over, they call it candy stand. When the dance was over, you had to carry your woman by the candy stand and get us whatever she wanted, you know.
Now, isn't it that you said that was kind of the way it was there out there at Gale Creek, wasn't it?
So that they were still doing that then.
So you mean that's what it was like paying for the dance? After you danced with the woman, you took her and bought her something?
That's right.
Nice.
Now, and the money that they made, that went to.
They kept it
Okay,
all.
they kept that. That didn't go and split with the musicians at all. Okay. But where was this country breakdown? And who ran that?
My daddy, they would go from farm to farm, you know what I mean? Crockett was surrounded with farm, and wherever they asked them to play, well, that's where they would go.
Like a barn dance.
Show, and
So,
They-
but they would call that the country breakdown.
that's what they called it.
And this was your father playing fiddle now.
He played fiddle, guitar, piano, and harmonica. He played them all.
And was he a solo, or did he have other musicians with him?
He had others with him.
So then this is when you started doing that. Came right, very natural to you.
That's right, because
I didn't realize your father had played so much.
He
And what was his name?
Walter Robertson,
And when did he pass away?
in 53.
And when do you think he stopped playing?
He stopped playing in 36.
That early.
So
And you were born. I'm sorry. It was,
32.
so you were very young, but you remember him playing.
So
So you were, 4 at the oldest. But you do remember him playing and stuff.
Sure.
And he played harmonica, guitar, fiddle. And he played, like you say, these were Milk Cow Blues was one you remember?
and he used to play with that slide. I liked the tune. He used to play one. It's called I'm Sitting on Top of the World. I worked all the summer and all the fall and had to take my Christmas in overhaul. She's gone and I don't worry. I'm sitting on top of the world. So, yeah. I used to hum that tune. That's one thing that led me to the blues. It was another fella that worked on the farm after my daddy had quit, and he played with the slide, and he could play that same tune. A lot of people loved to hear him play that with that, slide.
Now, was he using a bottleneck?
He used more to a pocket knife.
Oh, okay.
You take your pocket knife and turn it
Flat side.
back. Mhm.
Okay.
And,
Didn't Coons? Do you remember? I've heard that Coon Spiller played that song
Sure.
too. That's Sitting on Top of the World.
Just about all of the good blues players, they all played that tune. Some of them could play it better than others, but they all played it.
And your father played it.
So
But would you describe Would you describe his music as being blues, or would you describe it being as somewhere between what the Roberts brothers played?
Who that?
What your father played?
Well, he
he
played both. Yeah, he played hard down blues, but they were slow blues. But whenever he get ready to play for dancing song, then he didn't hardly play a dancing tune, not a fast tune on the guitar. He'd always play it on the field piano or something. So,
I see. You don't remember any more of those song titles, do you, that the Roberts brothers played? There was that one that sounded like a Hawaiian song, the ukulele one, and then the other one. Any others come to mind? Or your father played?
well, they had one. He said, "Wake up, said, God is breaking day." Said, the moon is sinking and the chicken is crowing for day. That was a guitar tune, but they'd be the guitar was kind of saying the same thing that they said with their mouth, at certain time,
Huh.
Was that played on the slide too, or was that?
No, that was finger
Fingers?
style. So, and another one was pretty popular that made "Baby Please Don't Go." That was the title of the tune. "Baby Please Don't Go Back to New Orleans." They played that a lot. And it was a harmonica tune, but it was a slow tune. But it was real popular. They played it. They said, you knew you were lying when you laid across my bed. You drinking R.W. Hop, drinking moonshine whiskey and talking out your head, but someday, baby, you ain't gonna worry my life no more. They play the guitar and then blow the harmonica.
Did he play harmonica, in one of those neck braces?
No, he always, if he blowed the harmonica, somebody else would play the guitar, and if he played the guitar,
He played.
It either wouldn't be no harmonica or somebody else would play it.
Yeah.
Because, well, back then, it was quite a few of them that played, just like I said, some of them were better than the others, but they all played to a certain extent.
We were talking about KIVY and the radio shows that you remember. And what was that first show that you were talking about?
Tipping in, that's I used to enjoy because you could request whatever you asked them to play, they'd play it, and whatever they played, you could get it on your radio wherever you was, and we would tell, just like we gonna visit some girls, we'd request some songs, and then we would go and sit up with them and wait up for them to play them.
I see. And what
Would
was
you dedicate the song to them, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
What was the DJ's name? Do you remember?
I should, but I sure don't. Now I heard, when Mr. Jim Gibbs passed away. I was listening at him talk, and a lot of that stuff I remembered it just like it was. That's like it was when it happened, But I couldn't remember it all, But I remember.
So did you, like, would he play Lightning Hopkins if somebody
Yeah.
asked for it?
Yes, they Lightning. He didn't have out. If he had any music out, it wasn't over 2 or 3 different songs. And but Smokey Hall, and there's a lady by the name of Rosetta Tharpe. They played them all the time. So,
And it was Big Mama Thornton's hit? Was that
no,
one?
Big Mama, that was way before her time. So,
Oh, this would have been before.
when Tiffany Ian was on, Big Mama, she had never started recording.
I see.
So what years were that? Do you remember, Frank, when that show was on?
Tiffany Ian.
Yeah. In the 40s?
Started in the 40s, but it lasted quite a few years. Sure did.
Well, that's great. I can't think of any more questions. I'll probably hate myself in the
What was
morning.
that radio show that your uncle heard Lightning on?
That was a KIVY.
Oh, that was on KIVY?
Sure. Yes, sir. They whenever, let's see, that was Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker, Lil Son Jackson.
Howlin' Wolf, was he someone you heard?
Howlin' Wolf had never started, and BB had neither. No.
Were you familiar with, was it Sonny Boy Williamson?
Sonny Boy, now he was a harmonica blower. He was real popular. So they played him and Smokey Hall. They played him all the time.
And was Little Walter, did he have some?
He wasn't out
Yet?
no.
Okay, what's the other fellow that played harmonica? I'm trying to think of, oh darn, those great songs. Played harmonica and I think guitar. Darn, I can't think of his name. But, well, I was going to ask you about, was Tom Randolph, he was he bootlegging in there too,
Sure.
besides the gambling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they always had a lookout. Was there somebody that would kind of keep track of who was coming in?
Oh yes.
Because you always had to be on your guard, sort of, right?
Yeah, because well, for a long time, the jailhouse was right there where that garden was.
Right,
That
right
used
next
to be-
door.
Sure.
So
That
that
used
must
to
have been, did that slow things down much, or did that really not have a whole lot of effect?
Well,
You'd think it would be strange having bootlegging and gambling going on right next to the jail.
yeah, but they did a lot of my friends, women and men, they did much as 6 months in that jailhouse, for bootlegging.
Is that right?
Sure, yes. And,
Well, do you remember now, there was Nook's Cafe, and who, there was a house behind Nook's Cafe,
you
remember-
Corrine Cooper
lived there?
lived there, sure.
Now, was she related, she lived there for years?
Sure.
Okay, because I think she was related to, has the barbecue, Robert Thompson?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know their relationship particularly? I think, I forget what he said it was, but
No.
that's another interview. Yeah,
If they were related, I didn't know it back then.
yeah. So there was Nooks, and then there was the shoe repair shop.
Yes. And they had a little one, a rat, going back towards Goliad. They called it the Black Cat, but it was a real small place.
Right.
They had a jukebox in there. And
Well, did he do shoe repair, or was that?
no, the shoe repair. Herman Moore, he was no, that was Wiley Jackson, right there where the Jolly Joy was.
Right on to the left.
Joe.
That was a shoe shine
Shoe
stand.
shine. It wasn't no cafe at that time. It was a shoe shine stand, you know.
To the left of the.
You know.
You're talking about to the.
No, across the street from y'all's place.
Right across the street. If you were looking at the Jolly Joy, to the left there was the shoe repair.
Joe.
I mean, the shoe shine stand.
That's right.
Right. And there was the Black Cat. Well, the Black Cat was they had a jukebox.
Joe.
That's what that was sort of a juke joint. And he was bootlegging.
Joe.
And then it was the dry cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was the cleaners.
Joe.
And then it was the Jolly Joy.
That's right.
And then on the other side was, of course, Tom Randolph's place and the jail.
Joe.
And that place to the right, that little place to the right of what Tom Randolph's. That was a cafe, you think?
Yes. The guy married my sister. He run it a long time, and then after he quit, a friend of mine by the name of Cooney Murphy, he was a bronc rider. He taken over, and he run it a long time.
A bronc rider?
He rode bulls and horses and, any kind of, when they have rodeos, if whatever would pitch, well, that's what they rode,
Yeah. Huh.
Mhm.
I know what I was going to ask you. Darn it. Let's see. Snake Strange, of course, had that place later.
Later, he was somewhere about the last one that
Had that place.
had it.
I know what I was going to ask you about the photograph. You know that picture of you with your guitar? Now you said, wasn't that taken in that vacant lot when they would
Sure.
set up
They
movie
had a-
theaters?
Yes, they had a guy come to town, and he had this small place. You could walk through the door, and he'd pull a tent, just like slide cameras, and take your picture.
Well, did they also show movies? I thought he showed.
Oh yes, it was a tent, but they had the cameras set up in it. It was right next. It was pretty big. Right where my place is located, there over the fence.
Right.
Well, it was up on that hill there, and it was just a small space between that tent and the y'all's place. It reached clean back over to where they tearing that building down at there on Camp Street on this end. Children, and they had what they call them continually pictures there, like Tarzan and
Serials.
shows.
I mean,
Just like when you go this week, they play so much, and then it would come to an end, and you had to go back the next week to find out how he was coming out, you know.
Right. So there were like two parts at
So-
least?
Well, it lasted for 15 rounds.
Oh, they had on and on and
So,
on.
mhm.
And what, these were Tarzan, and who else do you remember what the other one?
Let's see, it was another.
Westerns?
Flash Gordon?
Flash Gordon, yeah, he was one of them, Samson like me, and you know, strong man, you know. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's where the man had the photo studio, and he took that portrait of you
Sure.
with your guitar.
Mhm.
And that was in the 40s?
Sure.
Well, gee, Frank, that's really fascinating. That's some great history.
All right.
Well, thanks so much.
Oh, thank you.